Good morning everyone. I'm Shruti, working as assistant professor in Ramco Institute of Technology. Now we are going to see the lab experiment for the course Big Data Analytics, and now we are going to do the first exercise, that is downloading and installation of Hadoop, understanding its different modes, starting up scripts and configuration files. Before going into this exercise, I would like to give a short introduction about Hadoop and its different modes of installation. So to start with, Apache Hadoop is an open source software framework for storing as well as large scale data processing. The main components in Hadoop are Hadoop Common, which is it contains all the library files, and Hadoop distributed file system, that is HDFS, is a file system for storing the data, and Hadoop Yarn is a resource management tool, and Hadoop MapReduce is a programming model for large scale data processing. And Hadoop modes, there are three different modes. First is the standalone or local mode, which is usually the fastest mode in Hadoop. Hadoop is configured to run in no distributed mode. It runs as a single Java process. Instead of HDFS, this mode utilizes a local file system. And next is pseudo distributed mode, in which Hadoop can also run on a single node in a pseudo distributed mode. In this mode, each daemon runs on a separate Java process. Third is fully distributed mode. This is a production mode of Hadoop, in which the mode typically one machine in the cluster is designated as a name node and another as a resource manager exclusively. These acts as a manager, and all the rest of the nodes acts like a data node or the node manager. So this is all about the introduction of Hadoop and Hadoop different modes. So come, let us go into the exercise. First, open the terminal. First thing, before proceeding, we'll just update the system. Sudo apt update. So the update is complete. So the first and foremost step is to install Java. We shall first check whether Java is installed. To do that, type the command java space -version. As you could see, the Java is already installed. Suppose if your system is not having Java, follow this video, follow this command. Type sudo apt install open jdk -11 -jdk. So when you type this command, you'll be able to install Java. Okay, since my machine is already having Java, I'm not going to install. I'm proceeding to the next step. So the next step is to create a user called Hadoop. We are going to create a separate user account named as Hadoop. To do that, type the command sudo add user Hadoop. So we are creating a new user called add user Hadoop. We are setting the password. Retype the password. Just press enter. So now the user is created. Now we have to add this username to the sudoers file. To do that, sudoers file is nothing but we are going to give the administrative access for the user which we have created. So to do that, type su. This means super user. That is, we are going into the root user. I have updated the password for the root and I am continuing the video. So now Again we shall try logging into the root user. Type su, press enter. You'll be asked for the password. Type the password. As you could see, we have logged into the user called root. Okay, now we have the root privilege. Now what we can do is type vi sudo. Vi is a editor, word editor. So now we have opened the sudo-s file here. So as you could see, %sudo all the members of the group sudo to execute any allow the members of the group sudo to execute any command. So we have to add our user Hadoop here. Okay, so to do that, type Hadoop all equal all. We are giving root privilege to the new user which we have created. Okay, now save the file and close the file. So now our Hadoop user will have root privilege. Type exit and come out of root user. And now we are going to log into the user which we have created. That is sudo hyphen space hyphen space Hadoop. Okay, we'll be asked for the password. Type the password. Okay, as you could see earlier, we were in the login called del. Now we have logged into the new user which we just created. That is the Hadoop user. Now we are going to generate a public key. We'll generate a public key. We'll append it to the file and make the SSH local connection passwordless. To do that, first we shall type the command SSH keygen space -t space RSA. Simply press enter. So the RSA algorithm key is generated. That is, the key using the RSA algorithm is generated. Now we have to add this key to the file. So to do that, cat SSH. This is the location of the file where we want to copy this public key. Okay, next we are giving access SSH authorized keys. Okay, so now next step is to verify whether the SSH authentication is passwordless. To do that, type the command SSH localhost. Yes. Okay, so the first step is done successfully. Now we shall start installation of Hadoop. So to do that, open the browser. In the browser, type Hadoop 3.3.0, press enter. Open this link. This is the Hadoop file. Download the tar.cz file. The download is started. So right click on the download, copy the download link. You can cancel or pass this download. We don't need this download anymore. Go to the terminal, type wget and right click on the terminal and paste the download link which you copied and press enter. So now the download of Hadoop 3.3.0 is started. It will take some time. As you could see, it will take some time for the download. So as you could see, our download is complete. Next, we have to unzip this file. To do that, type tar space hyphen xvzf space Hadoop hyphen 3.3.0 dot tar dot gz. Press enter. So the zip file is unzipped. Next step, we shall move this Hadoop 3.3.0 folder into a folder called Hadoop. Move Hadoop hyphen 3.3.0 to a different folder named simply Hadoop. Okay. The next step, we have to configure the Java environment. To do that, we have to open the bash file. Give some editor. I'm using a nano editor. Type nano. Open the bash file. Bash file is where we set all the environment variables. So open the bash file. In the bash file, we have to set the environment variable for all the Hadoop files. To do that, there are few lines in which we have to copy and paste. Since if I type all the line, it will be time consuming. So these are the configuration lines which is to be given to the bash file for the successfully running the Hadoop. Copy these lines. Paste it at the last of the file. So we are giving Hadoop home and Java home here. All the environment variable is set for all the components of Hadoop as well as Hadoop. Now save and close the file. So if you make any of the changes in the batch file, you have to run the batch file. To do that, type the command source space till. Okay, now all the changes which we have made is compiled and it is run. It is successfully complete. Next step is to set Hadoop environment variable. Okay, so to do that, copy this line, or you can just type the command, copy this command, open this Hadoop environment variable file. In the now what we have done is that we have given all the Hadoop related environment variable and the Java file in the bash file. Now we are opening the Hadoop environment file to keep the Java path. So as you could see, like this line. So this is our Java path. Copy this path, paste it in this line, save and exit the file. Okay, so now we have set Hadoop environment variable, Java environment variable. The next step, we have to create two directories. The two directories of one is for name node, another one is for data node. Okay, so first one, we use the command make dir for creating any directory. So we type the command, a name node directory inside the HDFS of the Hadoop data is created. Next we'll create one folder for data node. Copy, paste. So this is done. The next step, we have to configure 4 different files, which is core site XML, inside which we'll configure and set the system host name. Type this command. So here what we have to do is that inside this configuration we have to give the configuration which I have given in the file. So we can copy from the property to property. So already configuration is already present there. Copy these lines, paste these lines. So before we proceed with to the next step, I would like to mention that this part, this line, this is the host name of my machine. How do you find the host name? Open a terminal, type host name. So here the host name is different for the machine. So copy this host name, go to the configuration file, just remove the part before the colon and paste the host name here. So this is the host name. For the host name for every system will be different. This is the host name for the system which I am working on currently. So I have made this correction, and now I am going to save and exit the file. So this is a very important part. Next, you have to edit the HDFS site. Here we will give configuration for the name node and the data node, and it's the replication factors. To open this, type nano. Nano is a text editor. So type open. So same thing as before. You can copy and paste the files from this property to this property. Copy. And paste the file. We have to make a few changes here. As you could see, the value tag is not closed properly. See, here value is open, here the value tag is not closed. You have to close this value tag. Same here as well. So that's all. So now we have given the name node as well as name node's name directory and data node directory here. Now save and close the file. The next thing is that we are going to give the MapRed configuration. Okay, first open the MapRed file. Okay, inside this configuration, copy from property to property, paste it here. Without forgetting, edit the host name. So this is the particular system's host name. Okay, now save and exit the file. Final configuration is yarn configuration. So open the yarn site page using a text editor. I'm using Nano editor. You can use any type of editor of your preference. Inside, copy this property as it is. Copy, paste it here. So save and close the file. So all the configuration part is done. Before starting the cluster, we'll format the name node once. To do that, type the command hdfs name node space format. So shutting down the name node at this is the host name of this machine. So the format is complete. Now we shall start the name node Hadoop cluster as well as the yarn. To do that, first type the command start -dfs dot sh. So as you could see, data node and secondary node is started. Next, what we can do is a start yarn. Start hyphen yarn dot sh. This will start the resource manager and node manager services. And to ensure or check if all the Hadoop services are started properly, type the command jps and press enter. So there are 6 entries. This ensures that the installation of Hadoop is done successfully. We can access the Hadoop name node and resource manager in the browser. To do that, open the browser. In the browser, you have to type your host name. So go to the terminal, copy the host name. Here in the browser, first we shall access the name node. To do that, type http:// paste the host name :9870. I'm sorry, I have this is not I have misspelled the word. Just http. Okay, so as you could see, the name node summary is started successfully. Our Hadoop is up and it is running without any issues. And we can also access the resource manager, that is the Hadoop, through same way, like http:// hostname 8088. Press enter. Again, I have done the same mistake. Okay, so the resource manager page in the web browser is also running. So this ensures that our installation of Hadoop is done properly without any issues, and so thus the Hadoop single node cluster has been installed and the respective configuration files are changed accordingly, and the process is complete now. Thank you.